We are live, guys. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 80 Summer Before. Today, guys, we're back to discuss with you guys the Champions League round of 16 recap of the first four matches. Now, obviously, I understand that some of you guys. Now, I understand I did this a little later than usual. My original intention was to do at 5 p.m., but unfortunately, I had some things that happened the last minute, and unfortunately, it was kind of out of my reach, so I had to kind of do that, which is why I had to do that whole thing. I also needed to make a thumbnail. I needed to edit some stuff, you do all that good stuff. So that's why this one video took a little later than usual. So, it's okay, guys. Hope you guys do not mind. And like I said, guys, it's better late than never, right? As the saying goes. So I did put a poll out there for you guys so you guys can check it out. And you guys will see. And I want you guys to answer the question, which performance was the most impressive for you guys? And so we'll do the same thing again next Wednesday for the next other four matchups. And then tomorrow we'll be doing a Europa League edition as well and Europa Conference League as well. So stay tuned for that. And remember, guys, I'll be doing this for around an hour at the very most. We're not going to really do too long for today. Just wanted to do this around an hour's length. And I feel like that's a good length for everyone to enjoy. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and let me go ahead and ping the people in my content server that we're live. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I forgot to do the ping, and I also need to ping on Twitter. Let me just do that real quick for you guys. Okay. So yeah, let's go and get started. So yeah, enough messing around, guys. So yeah, I wasted a lot of time, guys. 3 minutes already just wasting time there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go and talk about the Champions League. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what you guys saying. So we got 2 votes in. We got Liverpool 1, RB Salzburg 1. Okay, and so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, guys, if you want to come on here, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know on Twitter or Discord, and I can send you the link there. Okay. Share the screen. Okay, so let me get my notebook, and I'll put timestamps below in the description. Okay, so where are we at? So let's gonna start at 5 o'clock. 5 minutes in. We're gonna start at 5 minutes, and we're gonna talk about the first game. Okay, so let's start with the very first one, which is Sporting 0, Manchester City 5. Let me make this bigger. Actually, we're gonna use football for this guy. Okay, let's do yesterday's one. Okay, there we go. It might be a little dark in this room, guys. Okay, send the link on Twitter. Okay, I'll send you the link. Question. Okay, and let me do something real quick, guys. All right, send you the link, Sebastian. All right, let's gonna get started. So, hi, Sebastian.
Hello.
Okay, so let me just erase that. So we have Sporting 0, Manchester City 5. So let's just look at the lines for both teams real quick before we really analyze this. So Adden got 3.7. Uh, Matthews got a 4.6. Cortez, Ignacio, Poro, Polina, Luis, Esgallo, Sarabia, Polino, Gonçalves. I mean, look at this rating here. 3.7. That's probably one of the worst goalkeeper ratings I've ever seen.
I think one time San Marino goalkeeper had like 2 point something. 2.1,
Wow.
I think. So I think that's the worst.
Wow. Dang. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't get much worse than that. I mean, it probably depends on how many goals you can see. At least he made 2 saves on the day, but still, man, he was just awful, man. 6 shots faced. I mean, and like I said, what's there really to talk about this game? Like, is there really much to talk about? You have Sterling, Foden, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Rodri, Silva, Cancelo, Laporte, Diaz, Stones, Ederson. I mean, it's just too good of a team, man. It's just too good of a team, and like like we can talk about all the goals you want. The first goal was a goal from Mahrez. It was a good goal. Bernardo Silva, that was a good goal. Foden 3, and then Bernardo Silva 4, and then they even had a goal disallowed. And then 5-0 Sterling. So it was just ridiculous. I didn't even see the highlights for this one. You could probably run me down the highlights. So what's your take on this game, Sebastian?
This City team is scary. It's so scary because how they play this season is like they could win the Champions League. But I don't think they will win the Champions League. No, it's not bias or something because I support Liverpool, but I don't think they will win it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and it's definitely very very interesting indeed. So like I said, man, Manchester City, man, got the job done. I don't think any of us are surprised with this. I mean, if you are surprised, you must be really, you must have been a sporting fan, or you were just hated City,
Man, I went for 2-2.
Wow, you went for 2-all draw.
I don't know why I predicted 2-2, but my predictions always goes wrong. So I was like, screw it.
Wow.
But I have to say, Riyad Mahrez, what a season. Amazing season. And Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
They had a vacation.
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, Bernardo Silva hat trick. I'm happy for him.
He scored 2.
Yeah. No, he scored 3.
No.
Oh
2.
yeah, sorry, no. Oh yeah, my bad. He scored 2 because that goal was disallowed. You're right. Right. I thought that was a hat trick. That's 2 goals and assists. My bad.
Yeah.
You're right, Sebastian. Sorry, but yeah, he almost got a hat trick. Let's put it this way.
I thought Sporting would have scored because I think I predicted 2-2 and I thought they weren't gonna score because they have been really good in the Champions League at home in the group stage. because they have like 6 matches in a row, no losses at home. So I was thinking maybe they have a chance. But they proved me wrong. And the City team is too strong.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very sad indeed for Salisbury. I mean, not Salisbury, Sporting. Sorry. And it's interesting, right? Because as good as Sporting were, and I do give them credit for just getting to the round of 16. Do you really think that had Sporting faced Holland with that Dortmund team and that home game that was decisive, in which they won 3-1, do you think that Sporting still would have made it through? I know it's a lot of ifs, but like, let's just, I think that question should be asked. You know.
I think they would. Uh, I think um, if they finished on same points their last match day, Sporting would have gone through because of head-to-head, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just asking is like, do you think that Holland not playing that game against Sporting really screwed Dortmund up, or do you think it wouldn't have mattered? That's what I'm asking you.
I think it would not have mattered
Oh, okay, okay.
because I don't know. Dortmund, man, they have been awful this season. Man, Dortmund's defense, they would still have conceded more goals.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, as good as the Dortmund are with Holland, do you really think he could have fixed their defense? I mean, the defense still would have stayed the same, you know?
Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I do think as though it would have been an interesting test because I think had Sporting faced a team with Dortmund, Holland, I think he definitely would have caused more issues, and perhaps maybe this wouldn't have this, maybe it wouldn't be like this, but it is what it is. We have to give credit to Sporting; they absolutely deserve to go through, and yeah, Dortmund just were terrible. They did not deserve to go through, and it is what it is for Sporting. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I think they should probably just forfeit the second leg. I mean, this is just, I mean, if they put out this kind of again performance, they're probably gonna get smashed again the home game at the Etihad, and it's just a shame that Manchester City is just too good. Manchester City are way too good for this team, and that even with the not even the strong, even with this kind of team, Manchester City could just relax. So I don't know, man.
mm,
Not really much else to elaborate here. Do you have any further points to put on here?
not really. Um, it's City all over this. But I reckon if City play a fully fit Bayern Munich team, I reckon they would lose badly. Because a fully fit Bayern Munich team, that's uh, just too good.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you can see this little shots link. So every shot you can see right here, the XG, that kind of thing, which I think is pretty cool. So let me just go look at the very beginning. Let's just look at this real quick. So Rodri had his header situation from a corner. The result was blocked. Mara's, we got a goal there. I think that was coming from a corner. So, actually, it was a regular play. My bad. And then 17th minute from a corner. Yeah, this was the goal. This was the one I was talking about. Bernardo Silva. Then Foden, 32nd minute regular play. 44th minute regular play goal. 58th minute Sterling goal. 86th blocked. 81st blocked. 79th miss. 64th miss. 63rd blocked. 63rd blocked. De Bruyne miss. Yeah, Gonzalez miss. Gonzalez miss. De Bruyne miss. Stones miss. Foden attempt saved. Yeah, so it's very, very interesting there. Like I said, guys, the stats look everything great for City. 15 shots, 3 big chances, 1 big chance missed. Sporting had 3 shots, no big chances, no big chances missed. So very, very good for them. And even with like a lot of players injured, Benjamin Mendy not there, Cole Palmer, Gabriel Jesus, Jack Grealish, Zach Steffen, it didn't really matter for them. But yeah, to your point that Bayern could beat Bayern, yes, I think Bayern could definitely beat them. But let's wait and see what happens, man. Let's wait and see what happens. Maybe Sporting might win the second leg 6-0. City.
If that happens, man, people, I don't know. Did you see that Levante they won versus Atletico?
Yeah, I already know. I already saw that. I was like, wow. Yeah, let's keep this Champions League. We'll talk about other stuff a little later if you finish this early. But yeah, dang, yeah, that was a big upset. Atletico, man, what have they been doing this season? I mean, we'll speak more about them later. But yeah, getting back to the Manchester City, yeah, dude, they're just too good, you know. And let's see what they do, man. Let's see what they do because, like I said, I don't know why, but why does Manchester City always get easy teams? Like, why do they always get like teams that are so easy for them?
I don't know. They have the money to, to give to UEFA, so they give easy. And I have a good thing that we can do after we have looked at every game. We take it later. So, City, they're just too strong. Look, they can bring like 5 under 19 players and still win like 4-0.
Yeah,
There's not
it's just
else
crazy.
to talk about in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much to talk about. Let's just move on to the next game. I don't. No one has anything to say in the comments. So on Let's Go has broken me. Man City had a nice vacation in Portugal. Yeah, that must have been a great vacation for them.
Yeah. So next game.
Yeah, let's move on to the next game. So let me just put the timestamp. Let's just move on to the next game. So we start at 6 minutes. Let's go to 18 minutes. So we're gonna go into the next game. We have PSG 1, Real Madrid 0. Now I did watch this game. I'll make this clear with you guys. Let me tell you the two games I watched. I watched the PSG game and I watched the Inter Liverpool game. I did not see the other. I did not see the other two games. Okay, so I already did a video on my channel about speaking more about this match. That was kind of a brief reaction though. So I'm gonna let you, Sebastian, speak first because I already given my take already. So I wanted to know from your perspective what you think about this match.
I'm starting with the Real Madrid. I reckon they parked the bus the whole game. Man, they went for 0-0, but at the end they lost. So, Casemiro was good. Courtois, what a goalkeeper! Man, I don't know, he's really, really good, amazing. Probably the best goalkeeper in the world after Mendy, I would say. It's hard for Real Madrid in the second leg because Casemiro and Mendy will miss the game. Yeah, Real Madrid, they can do better. And yeah, they did not play well this game. Move on to PSG. Yeah, Kylian Mbappe, best youngster in the world, probably the best player in the world, arguably. Very good goal from him. He dribbled past 2 Real Madrid players. Militao was like standing up with his hands and be like, you can pass me.
Yes. Oh
Very
man.
nice ball from Mbappe. Neymar changed the game when he came on.
Oh yeah, he did.
This also. A bit sad that Messi, the GOAT, missed the penalty. But it was a bad penalty though.
Yeah.
Overall, PSG was a lot better. Hakimi, very good right back, one of the best probably. Nuno Mendes, yeah, the left back and right back was really good. Hakimi had Vinicius Jr. in his pocket of the game, I think. and I know he had. Benzema, yeah, not very good game because he has been injured. Um, I would say PSG deserve it. Um, they should have scored more. Yeah, let's see what they can do in the second leg with Real Madrid not having Casemiro and Mendy. And also Marco Verratti. What a center mid. What a player. Marco Verratti.
Yeah, I know, right? Verratti deserves a lot more praise, dude. This guy is so good. He's so
Yeah.
class. Yeah, I definitely do agree with that. So, let's go ahead and talk about So let me give you my perspective. So, yeah, a lot of the points you said are pretty much the same things I said in my review. And that I just think that for me, it seemed like Ancelotti was just so content with that draw. He wanted that draw and just like, you know what, I'm just gonna get a draw here and go for home and win the match, which is such a bad mentality to have. And I think it goes to show you the away goals thing makes a huge difference because I believe, personally speaking, if away goals were still relevant, I think he would this. I think Real Madrid completely have a different game plan. I think Real Madrid have a complete different game plan. I don't. They don't go as far as to be that defensive, in my opinion. Do you agree with that, Sebastian?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that I do think. I think that that was definitely one of the undoings, and that's what I've said to people is that away goals thing being removed. I think was a bad idea. I still don't understand why they removed it. Like, there's like why? Because first of all, number one, you're making the away teams not be to give that incentive to score goals now. You could just go to your home game and just try to win that match essentially, and then you're also giving less incentive for underdogs. Teams like Sporting, teams like um Ajax, etc. Like that is just not is just so unfair for them. So yeah, Kule, you want to come on here? I'll send you the link on Discord. So yeah, I'll send you on DMs. So let me see, where is it? Okay, so I sent you the link. So yeah, as I was saying, I just yeah.
Messi has missed the most penalties uh, in the Champions League history.
Oh
Man,
wow.
I'm sad for him, man. I
Yeah,
wanted
and
him to score.
yeah, it's very unfortunate. And like I said, I just think that away goes thing makes it very interesting. As for Messi in particular, people are saying that he had a bad game just because he missed a penalty. If you're saying that, that's a very stupid thing to say.
People
Sorry.
say he's finished. Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Kool-Aid.
Yeah, sup everybody. So, all right, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna go next.
Okay. So as I was saying, I just think that for me, it's going to be really interesting to see how Real Madrid do in the second leg. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to go more attack minded in the second leg. Because if Real Madrid go with the same kind of plan in the second leg, PSG is going to destroy them at the Bernabeu. I don't really think they're going to. I mean, if I just don't think that's going to happen. I just don't think that it is. And even though I do give PSG a big advantage, I still think Real Madrid are still in this tie just because of how close the aggregate is. Had the aggregate finished like let's a match ended, let's say 3 or 4-0, then obviously I wouldn't give Real Madrid any hope. But because it's only 1-0, it's a very slender difference. And Real Madrid just needs to score 1 goal and 2 goals, keep a clean sheet to go through the next round.
Yeah.
I know it's not as simple as that, but the point being is that it's not completely over. You know, as for PSG, we know that on the road they haven't really been that great in the Champions League. To be fair, they haven't really been that great this season. And actually, now think about it, they haven't even won an away game in the Champions League this season.
And by the way, PSG, when they lost playing the Champions League, I think versus a Spanish team, I think it was versus Barca, and they
Oh
won
yeah,
first leg 4-0,
yeah,
and the rest
yeah,
was just history 6-1. So
yeah,
if PSG won 4-0, I reckon that would happen again.
What
yeah.
at the Bernabeu?
Yeah,
Do
Real
you think
Madrid
there?
is Real Madrid is
No, no,
stronger at
no,
home.
no, no. They're weaker at home. They always been. The thing is with PSG, like no, the biggest issue with Real Madrid is their midfield is very old. It's an aging midfield. Ancelotti actually set up a tactic to try to counter attack PSG. Oh, for the first time, you actually notice that the midfield of Real Madrid is so and was so fatigued and tired. I think it was around the 40 minute that they couldn't keep up, so they were forced to be pinned back. And what make this whole situation worse for Real Madrid, Casemiro and Mendy got a yellow card and they're suspended for the second leg. And these are very key players for Real Madrid. Uh, there's a lot of things that's wrong with Real Madrid right now. And Mbappe Mbappe against Carvajal, that was really bad. So as of right now, PSG for me, these guys already won this game. Like that, I when I saw them in League One, like they don't really look like they care about their own league. Like these guys only are focused for that Champions League. This PSG, and it's actually sad to see like Real Madrid play like this because it actually showed the level and how low La Liga has fallen as one of the best leagues in the world. It used to be, right? And it has fallen at such a low level.
Yeah.
Uh, hmm,
Mm.
it's sad, bro. It's sad. There's not gonna be any comeback. It's literally hard.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, you never know this PSG team. I mean, I wouldn't fully trust them. You know what they did against United a few seasons ago.
Yeah, bro. But the thing is, like Mbappe, Messi, Neymar,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you could make
Uh,
an argument that, yeah, sorry to interrupt there. You can make an argument that Real Madrid is going to get weaker for the second leg because, as you said, there will be no Casemiro, no Ferland Mendy. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
very
said that
difficult.
also.
Yeah, like they have more dongs and they got more negatives than positive Real Madrid. And like Verratti, his performance against Real Madrid was like he looked like he almost looked like a mixture of Iniesta and Busquets at the same time because that midfield was so old and washed that it it shocked me like how underwhelming they were. And Casemiro that game he could like you see if you saw the game Messi was in like a midfield position the entire game. I think Casemiro was just following Messi and leaving Verratti all on his own. And
Yeah.
Kroos, he was completely lost. He didn't even know what to do. And
Yeah.
Modric, bro, he as well, bro, he underperformed. Like that game was the worstest game I ever seen Vinicius. Like he was really bad, and he couldn't. I knew that he couldn't win the ball against Marquinhos. Like that guy, bro. He's one of the best defenders right now. I don't like giving too much credit to PSG because I don't really like that football club, but I gotta give them their props, bro. They dominated Real Madrid and they were the better team. And for me, if these guys just put half of the performance that they did, they should have enough to get through because their individual players are good enough to beat a team like Real Madrid. And bro, I also think you see La Liga right now. Real Madrid, Sevilla is only 4 points behind Real Madrid, and Real Madrid has been really getting negative results recently. If you check the recent performances, they have been dropping their level. So I heard this Real Madrid fan told me right that there's a certain period in Real Madrid seasons that they always drop points. So I wouldn't be surprised that Sevilla actually starts grabbing points and Real Madrid start dropping. It's like this is gonna be insane, bro. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's really interesting you brought up those great points. To in response to your points you make, yeah, Real Madrid, like I said, I think we kind of saw this against Chelsea last season. I don't know if you guys remember. Remember how Chelsea exposed Real Madrid's midfield, especially Conte in particular. I mean, Casemiro, Cruz, Modric didn't do anything in that game. You know, especially the second leg, and you can see how the fatigue and tiredness is coming to this, and how Real Madrid they have too many old players. They need a revamp. We need to see some more fresh young players. We need to see more players like Vinicius rise up. We need to see players like Kamavinga get more opportunities. You know, they keep relying on the midfield. The midfield needs to change. And, you know, as good as Benzema is as a season, he also, you know, didn't look that great today. You know, he had a very rusty game. And overall, just this Real Madrid team just needs a whole revamp. And especially the fullbacks. I mean, Carvajal was just awful. I mean, I'm sorry. Carvajal, that was one of the worst games I've seen from Carvajal. That was an awful performance, you know. And the only saving grace for them was Courtois. He was the only good player for me, in my opinion. The rest of the other players were just average or bad, you know. And so You look at Militao. Militao is one of the best defenders you can argue in La Liga this season. Lately, he's been making a lot of mistakes. Lately, he's not been that great.
I feel like
I've not
Araujo,
been.
bro. I feel like Araujo is doing better. Like he's scoring goals and being an excellent defender. Other than
Yeah,
his injury record, bro, I feel like Araujo is one of the best defenders in the league, bro. That
yeah,
because
definitely.
we play in a very high line as well. So he's
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
damn.
Yeah, I still think Militao is good, but like recently, his recent performance has not been impressive. I'm gonna say that. And like I said, it's just gonna be really interesting to see how Real Madrid do in the second leg because, like I said, I don't really think as I know it's easy for us to say that PSG should go through, in which I think they should go through, but I still can't 100% back this PSG team. Like I would say like on a percentage of scale one to I would give them like a 70% chance to advance. They should advance, but crazier things can happen. We know Real Madrid can pull off the comebacks out of nowhere. I believe they were yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I know you brought up a good point that they're actually better on the road than they are at home, which is very interesting because I actually kind of somewhat agree with that. You know, especially look at the game they played against Ajax a few seasons ago. They won the first like 2-1 on the road, but we all know what happened at home. They got destroyed at home. And typically, you see Real Madrid if they do lose a game, they usually lose the home game pretty. It's more likely they lose the home game by a bigger margin than they do on the road. I noticed that, which is really weird.
So
And
all
you'll,
right, like for those Real Madrid fans, right, I'm gonna give you a little glimpse of hope. Like PSG are horrible away, so it can be balanced. So these guys,
yeah,
bro, you know what happened at the Camp Nou? Like they completely collapsed. So if the Bernabeu Stadium can like bring like the atmosphere, the same level of atmosphere that the Camp Nou brings, that can really like sink down
yeah.
um
And I also
PSG.
Yeah, I also heard that the those games after March 4th will be full stadiums. I think I heard that all fans will be available for the game. I think that will be huge. Like Real Madrid are going to need all their fans for support. So it's going to be very interesting. Like I said though, PSG as long as they get a draw on the road, they'll be good to go. So even they don't even need to win. They just need to get a draw. Because I'm telling this right now, guys, if this game had finished 0-0, I would have backed Real Madrid. I would have backed Real Madrid. As crazy as it was, because I can't back PSG to win on the road like that because of their away record, and it's just I just don't think PSG have enough in their
No,
tanks.
and the next crazy thing about this whole situation, PSG had 0 shots on target. This is how bad that game was. That was like the worstest performance I've seen from Real Madrid. I get that they went to a defensive tactic, try to hit them on the counter, but if that isn't working, they're gonna be forced to attack, and PSG will definitely take advantage of that. These guys are 1-0 down, and they need to draw the game somehow. And if you're telling me that the old midfield that Real Madrid has to compete with the likes of Messi, Verratti, and the other two, I think I forget the other two names. But yeah, it's gonna be really bad, especially since Mbappe is the main attacking threat. It's I don't know. For me, like the way how I'm viewing it, it looks really bad for Real Madrid. Like their main tactic this season was hitting teams on the counter. Like even we suffer against them in that Super Copa El Clasico. We dominated the midfield, but Real Madrid only needed some few passes just to break our high line. Um,
Yeah,
so but with PSG, like damn, like if Real Madrid have to come out and try to get a goal, it's gonna be really tough for Real Madrid.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna look at Marquinhos. He had a solid game. Let me see how many tackles he won. He had one block, one clearance, one headed clearance, 10 recoveries. Yeah, he had a good game. Kimpembe was actually pretty good yesterday, which I was pretty surprised with because usually, Kimpembe is prone to making mistakes. I think we all know that. So, yeah. So yeah, it's very interesting there. What's your thoughts on Messi, guys? Let's just quickly wrap up here because we gotta move 2 more games to discuss. So let's kind of wrap this up, finish this
All
up real
right.
quick.
For me, when it comes to Messi performance, it was an average performance. We rate Messi at a higher level, so for me, he was pretty average. He created a ton of decent chances, but yeah, that penalty miss really showed that he's falling. That his confidence is not up there, and at the end of the day, that he's shown in his entire career, he's never been good at penalties. Like, don't let this man take a penalty. So if Neymar was there, he's the usual the guy to take the penalties for PSG is usually Neymar. So they gave it to Messi, and I still don't understand why. Messi, that game he was active. He didn't ghost or anything. He got the ball moving. He created a bunch of chances for Mbappe. So for me, he has like a 7 out of 10. I give it
Yeah,
a
I mean,
seven
it gave
because
us.
he created a lot of key chances. That's why I'm giving him a 7.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's sad that people are just like saying that, oh, just because you miss a penalty, you're finished. And I'm like, no, it just doesn't work like that, you know. And I still think he's a player that is still caring about PSG. It's just I just don't really think that I just don't really think this suits his system. I just don't really think PSG is really playing to his strengths. He's having to adapt to fit PSG when most of the time everything was adapted for him. You know, if that makes any sense.
No, like bro, like people. This is the thing. Especially I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays. Like for every player that just comes into a football club, it takes them at least a year to adapt to their surroundings and the style of play. Like even in Barcelona right now, I'm hearing some Barcelona fans already ready to criticize Ferran Torres, and this is just his third game or fifth game, I think, and you need at least a year to get used to where you are and get better chemistry with the players around you. And with Messi, for me, for his first year, his stats in League One does not look all that great. You know, he has 2 goals, but he isn't like he isn't doing disaster class like being in the way and being a huge burden. You know. Like you remember Antoine Griezmann? There were moments that he ghosted for like 5 games in a row, and you didn't even see him on the pitch. That's horrible performance. When it comes to Messi, like he at least does something, you know. Like he has the quality to contribute into this team, and I guess Real Madrid, he contributed a lot, created a bunch of chances, but at the end of the day, like missing that penalty, that was really crucial, and PSG really needed him. He should have never missed that. But it is what it is. I don't think he's finished. We're gonna see though. He has the away game to prove himself again.
Yeah, Sebastian, what do you have to say about this?
I don't know. Messi, he he missed the pen. I did not like it. Um, yeah, he's still the goat. People say he's finished. He's not. Penaldo
Yeah.
is finished. Tap in Naldo is finished.
Oh, some shots fired. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really like to use that term to be honest with you guys. If I'm being honest here, you know,
Tap
and
in
yeah, I think
Naldo.
Messi. Yeah, I don't really. To be honest, I for me when a player is really done is when they move from when they retire from European football. You know, like if
Mm.
Ronaldo goes to MLS, then yeah, I would say he's probably done with his career. Then I think it would make sense. You know, and you know what's interesting, Sebastian? You just brought up Ronaldo, right? As soon as Messi missed his penalty, Ronaldo actually scored.
Against
Yeah.
Brighton, that's a funny thing. One guy is facing Real Madrid in the Champions League, and next one is freaking stop partying. And then Manchester United fans were like, "Messi's finished, Ronaldo is still here." Like Brighton, that's the team you're scoring against. They're like, come on, easy dog, easy dog. I
Yeah, it
would
just
be
doesn't.
so
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy, bro. Messi, bro, against PSG, like this game, like the guy was in the dangerous areas, but the issue is he had to deal with Casemiro. Casemiro main focus was on Messi, so he was following around. And one thing I like about Messi and one of the tactics he used that game, he took Casemiro far from Verratti. Like he didn't want him anywhere near him, so Messi was way deep in the field. So he took him out of the game. But people say Casemiro pocketed Messi, but that's pure BS from what I seen in the game. Like
yeah,
Real Madrid midfield was entire. That midfield was dead, and it was hilarious. Anyways, you know me, bro.
yeah,
Anytime Real Madrid lose, I'm happy, bro. I don't like that club.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, for obvious reasons, we're all Well, me and Kool are Barca fans, so you can understand. But we're obviously, you guys know we're objective here, so I don't. Even though we don't like Real Madrid, I still give the props whenever they deserve their props. But yeah, and Like I said, good win for PSG. They deserve the win. As for Messi, yeah, I thought he had a good game. It's just that penalty miss, I think, just hurt him in a psychological level, mentally speaking. And that penalty, I think, really screwed him up mentally. But I think he'll be fine. Second leg, there'll be no Casemiro to deal with. So I think Messi will be able to play more freely, be able to do more because I don't really think any player. Because for me, Real Madrid don't really have any great CDM replacements for Casemiro. Like I don't know. I don't think there's anyone that's like out and out replacement for him. Like they're gonna have to probably put Valverde there, who isn't really like you know that kind of thing. So, anyways, like I said, PSG deserve the win. So let's go ahead and move on to the next game. I think we spent enough time discussing about this one. Let's move on over to the next one, guys, which is today's games, and we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about Salzburg 1, Bayern 1. Wow, Salzburg. I gotta give it up to them, man. I got to give it up to them. They absolutely played very well indeed. I think they had a great game. They almost caused an upset. And you look at the team that Bayern fielded. It's almost a strong team, except the defense. Obviously, I know the defense is a very underwhelming. I know they have Sula there, Ulrich, who I know isn't a very good keeper. I know Bayern fans despise him. I know Bayern fans didn't like Sula as well in the weekend. But Bayern still got the job done. They still got a draw, which I know is not very good for them for their standards, but that's good enough for them. Because we all know that Salzburg, they ain't going to repeat this performance on the Allianz Arena. And basically, as long as Bayern wins the match at home, which you would expect them to, then they'll be good to go for the next stage of the quarterfinals. And I got to get it to Salzburg, man. I thought Aronson had a good game. Kamar had a good game. Goalkeeper Cohen had a good game. Capaldo had a good game. Wilbur had a good game. All around, it was a very good performance. I was disappointed with Adeyemi. I think Adeyemi could have done better. He was one of the star players. Everyone was talking about him to have a good performance. As for Bayern, I think most of the players were good. Lewandowski, I thought, was not very good today, and you could see why his rating was so low, 5.9. This was probably one of his worst games in particular.
I think Muller was awful. I'm sorry. I want to give.
It's really interesting. You talk about Muller. He actually is one of the best players according to the Football website. Yeah, let me see shots. 2 shots. Yeah, not very good performance for him. But he got that assist, which is probably why his rating is so high.
He actually dived in the game. Like that's how desperate Bayern was to get a result. Like he actually dived. I started laughing because it was a crazy simulation. But Salzburg, these guys, I like them. I like how they played. They had when they got the first goal, they actually tried to continue and try to score a next one, but eventually they started to get a bit nervous. Bayern started to grow into the game, and eventually Bayern started to actually get more comfortable on the ball, and they were forced back and they had to defend, and they were defending pretty well until the final stages until was it Coman? Yeah, Coman got the goal, and I think it was him. I don't remember. Was it him?
Yeah, it is Coman. It is Coman.
Yeah, he got the goal, and it was quite unfortunate. I wanted them to get a good result and see how far they can take it. But at the end, he was decent. He wasn't anything crazy. He had one good chance that he created. I think it could have easily been 2-0 had that guy scored the open net that was available to him. But it was quite open. But then I think it was, I don't know who blocked the shot. I forgot, but yeah, it was quite an interesting game. I actually expected Bayern Munich to humiliate and destroy this team, just like Manchester City did to Sporting. But sadly, things you can't predict everything in football. So yeah, bro.
What do you think, Sebastian?
I have to go soon, so Bayern Munich, they should probably have won this game. Salzburg, fair play to them. Good team. But Bayern, man, they're just without Manuel Neuer, they just can't win. This Ulreich guy is trash.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Ulrich had a good game, and so let me ask you this question, hypothetically speaking: had Salzburg maybe had won the first leg, do you still think Bayern would have made it through, or do you think that Salzburg could have caused an upset if they Salzburg won the first leg?
Um, yeah, I believe so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think for me, even I'm sorry to say this, but even with Salzburg scoring one goal, I don't think that was enough to beat Bayern. I feel like
I,
Bayern, at home they're like so. At home, Bayern's like a different animal. Like at home, Bayern is like a beast. You know. So.
I gotta go, by the way.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
all right, bro. All right, bro. Well, I think, yeah, I think Bayern Munich is gonna beat them at home. But I was hoping for an upset at least, Maybe them work for it. But who knows, bro? Maybe they can find something, some winning spirit to help them like get through the line. But we all know that Bayern Munich was just toying around. They're gonna destroy them at home. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but it is what it is, bro. That's football. Like the better team always win.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, most of the time that always happens. But I think a draw is acceptable. Ideally, of course, I would have liked to win, but I think a draw is still good. I think a draw at home, because losing at home is very different. Because obviously, in an ideal scenario, you'd rather lose on the road than lose on the home, right? I mean, that's just how we would have liked to be, and it's nice to see that it was actually a competitive game, because everyone was talking how Bayern, was smash Salzburg and everything. Even I predicted. Well, I didn't really predict a big win for Bayern like many people did. I predicted a 4-2 win, which I guess is still kind of a big win, but I predicted it to be a close game because, Bayern, they've been kind of struggling. Like I said, Ulrich in goal. Like I said, he's not a very good goalkeeper. He's a very bad goalkeeper, in my opinion. Then you have like Sula there, they just lost to Bochum recently 4-2. And so I think for me, like I said, I think with Neuer coming back for the second leg, Cooch, I think he will be back. Let me make this clear. I think he will be back. Alfonso Davis will probably be back as well. And I just think that for me, Bayern, they play with the back three, which is a very odd for them. Usually they play in a 4-2-3-1, but for today they actually played in a 3-2-4-1, which almost costed them in a bit. So I think Nagelsmann will go back to the traditional 4-2-3-1. I don't think he'll go with this formation for the second leg, in my opinion. And I didn't really, you could tell it didn't really work, in my opinion. And so yeah, Gnabry had a good game. Sane had a decent game. You can see the stats right: 22 shots for Bayern, two big chances missed. You can see their XG was extremely high. And yeah, man, like I said, I think Bayern. I think a draw is a fair result. 72% for Bayern, 28% for Salzburg. And Salzburg, gotta give it to them, man. They had a good game, man, and it's a
Bro,
shame that they had to go up against one of the best teams. Like I think if had Salzburg, let's say, gone against like I don't know Juventus, I think that would have been a much favorable tie for them.
and bro, like I'm with Adeyemi as well. I'm hoping that he can actually develop and become so a talented player at Dortmund because he's a Barcelona fan. So in the future, if he becomes someone really good, we're gonna be one of the clubs that actually bid for him. Like that's one of the things. Like, but the thing is, we have to wait and see. There was a midfielder as well from Salisbury that was very talented, and he was quite creative and physical. I didn't know his name though,
Is this
but
guy?
yeah, right now, yeah, it's him. Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, Kamara. Yeah, Kamara had a good game.
Yeah, but he did a couple of missed passes, but I like his performance. He's very, he's a very good midfielder, and I heard the commentator saying that a lot of EPL teams are gonna try to get him. Maybe
Yeah.
I wonder if Manchester United they're looking for a good midfielder, so that could be a good option for them.
Yeah, let's go recap real quick. So you guys can see Chukwuki Adamu scored the 21st minute. I think I saw the goal. And then Kinsley scored in the 90th minute. I didn't get to see this goal. So I'll see the highlights later, guys. But yeah, guys, it was a big goal from Kinsley Coman to save them. And I don't know, man. Coman, man, he always performs, man. He's always one of
Yeah,
those players that when he's available, when he's fit, he always seems to perform.
that goal was a defensive mistake by Salzburg. Sadly, like it was quite easy. Like, bro, Bayern could have easily won this game. There was a moment in the game that it was like literally an open net for Bayern Munich, but then the keeper just literally in just a few seconds he managed to reach the ball before Lewandowski. Like it was a complete open net. I was laughing because I was like, damn, it was such a clutch save. But
Wow,
at the
look at this,
end,
man. Wow.
I don't know.
Eight
Let me check.
shots saved. Yeah, dude, he saved 8 shots. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
8 shots, man. Wow.
he was great. But
He's only 23, man.
bro, we did a good keeper, bro. The shaker is looking really shaky.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's
Hey,
yeah, anyways.
next
But yeah,
topic, next topic.
yeah, let's
What
move
is
on here. So like I said, congratulations to Bayern for getting the draw. I know draw is not the best result for Bayern, but hey, a draw is a good result. And like I said, Bayern they'll take it. I'm sure they would rather have drawn the game than lose. And Bayern still keeps their Champions League hopes alive. And as long as they win the home match, which you would expect them to, they'll have most of their key players back. They'll go through, in my opinion. Let's move on over to the final match here, guys. The final match we have here, and that is Inter 0, Liverpool 2. So I saw this game, and I gotta say, this was a great, great atmosphere. This was a great game. For me, Inter looks really solid. I was really impressed with Inter, what they've been doing. Like, their play style was amazing. I thought Perisic had a good game. I thought Chalanaho had a good game. Skriniar had a great game. Vida had a good game. For me, the letdown for Inter was really their strikers. I mean, Martinez was not good in the game. Dzeko was awful. I'm sorry to say he wasn't great. Stefan de Vrij was okay. Handanovic overall, it was just Inter was playing so well, but they just lacked something in the final third. They just lacked that killer edge, and that's for me the big issue. Where Liverpool, in my opinion, I thought Robertson had a good game. Van Dijk also I thought had a good game. Konate as well had a good game, and everyone for Liverpool, Salah getting the score in the second goal. Firmino coming off the bench scoring the goal. I thought Jota and Mane weren't that great. Fabinho I thought was great. Elliott as well. I didn't really think that was great. And overall, Liverpool just got the job done. Got 2 goals at the San Siro and are pretty much in the quarterfinals. You could argue because I don't think Inter can score 3 at Anfield without reply. So what do you think, Kool?
I watched up to like the 35th minute because when I was watching the game, I could have clearly seen the big gap in quality. Um, Liverpool was just for me. It was just like Inter Milan was competing. They tried their best. They showed the fighting spirit and a lot of heart. But at the end of the day, it's a quality between Liverpool. Like it was way better than them, and they had the ability to kill them off. And in the 35th minute, when I was watching the game, I was like, "Damn, Liverpool's gonna win." And so I switched to the Salzburg game and started to watch that one, and that one was much more entertaining than this game because I just knew that Liverpool was gonna get the win. And look, it was Mohamed Salah and um, Firmino. Firmino's goal was quite good though. It was a pretty clean header, and so for me, this is it for Inter Milan. I don't think they're gonna make a comeback at Anfield. Anfield is like a fortress, pretty hard to win them over there. They're gonna have to increase their quality at a much higher level in order to compete with them. Um, did did um did Luis Diaz play for this game?
He came off the bench.
I wonder how he performed. I didn't watch a full game enough.
Yeah, I thought he had a decent game. It was okay. Like I said, he's a new player, so I'm not gonna really kind of too much slack there. But yeah, for me, I thought for me, like I feel like for Liverpool, I just think that for me, they just have too much quality. They just have too much quality, and man to man, they almost have a better team. Because I did my combined 11, by the way, and I had like 9 Liverpool players and 3 Inter players, and I think 8 to Liverpool. Like it shows the quality of the teams. Like I think the only Inter players I put on there were Dzeko, Barella. I think I put, and who else did I put? I think Skriniar. I think those are the only 3 I put in the 11. The rest I put all Liverpool players, and it shows how much Liverpool are better, almost man to man for them for the team. And
And it's quite unfortunate that things are like this, especially in the Syria. Like teams in the Syria can't don't really have the ability to improve their squad at a level like Liverpool. Like the players that they have, they do the best with what they have. And sometimes I say like, man, we need that Super League. That was
Yeah, that's
all these teams needs to have more funds, more money, to get the players they want so they can compete with everybody equally. But nah, the Syria league like is very underwhelming. Just like the La Liga and Syria, both leagues are at such a low level right now that the EPL is just dominated them, and it it is what it is. Like it happens, it happens.
yeah, definitely. So, like I said, I think for me, I was more impressed with Inter than Liverpool. I'm not saying that Liverpool played bad. It's just that for me, Inter, I'd say they had, I was more impressed. I think what they did was more impressive. It's just Liverpool. They just had those two big chances they had, and they pretty much put those goals back in the net. Liverpool were, like, to simply put, Liverpool were just more clinical. They were the more effective team. Like, you can put it this way: Liverpool were more effective, but Inter played better. If that makes any sense, that's how I would view this game. And so, and that's just how football is. Sometimes football is just like that, where whichever team is not doesn't. It's not always a team that plays prettier. It's a team that gets the job done. And Liverpool got the job done, and Inter didn't. And Inter's been kind of poor form. Recently they drew to Napoli, they lost to Milan at the derby. That was kind of surprising, some would say. And it really shows how much Inter are really this. And this is the champions of Scudetto, and they can't even like match up with Liverpool. But Liverpool is like so good. Like Liverpool is like one of the Premier League, one of the best teams of EPL. So I don't really blame Inter. To be fair, it's not really their fault. I just think that, like you said, like it's just a monopoly. It's just everything's like so unbalanced. So everything like that. So like I said, big win for Liverpool. I think they got the job done. I don't know if I would say they deserve the win. I'm not so sure if I'll say that, but they got the job done. That's all that really matters. And for Salah, man, getting that goal was crucial. And Firmino coming off the bench, scoring from the corner there. And yeah, I see Salah score from a set piece, which was nice to see. So like I said, big win for Liverpool. They got the job done, and they go into Anfield,
Hmm.
and
It would
they're
have
pretty
been
stick.
really it would have been really done if there were away goals, but sadly they took it off.
Yeah,
But it is what it is. I feel like removing the away goals is just I'm not sure about that decision. Like maybe it is interesting that teams are gonna have to be forced to score more. I mean more due to the fact that you can't park the bus when you're draw with another team and you have the away goal advantage. So
oh,
it's you need a winner now for the Champions League. So
yeah,
it is what it is. But
yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I want to see the Manchester United versus Atletico Madrid. That's
yeah,
gonna
we,
be the most hilarious game because Atletico Madrid lost to Levante. So like,
yeah,
hmm. But yeah, that's the game I can't wait to see though. These ones are
yeah,
already
definitely.
wrapped up. For me, these two like Inter Milan and Liverpool for me is already done. I think I'm betting money on Bayern Munich to beat Salzburg home. So I think these guys are gonna win. Um, when it comes to the PSG and Real Madrid, I feel like Real Madrid don't have enough. Like they don't have enough to beat PSG, and their record in the Champions League at home is quite shocking. And what was the next game? I'm
Sporting Man
not.
City.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Maybe no. Do you hear what Pep Guardiola said that he had to sit back and hit them on the counter? Like, what are you saying, Pep? You destroyed them. Like,
Yeah, yeah, he just wants to be humble, I guess. I mean, he doesn't want to. I think he just, you have to show some professionalism like that. So, but yeah, obviously we know that they're basically through. So, yeah, I mean, you could, yeah, I kind of agree with you. I mean, all four of these matches, all four of these ties are pretty much decided. I think the only matchup that is almost undecided, I guess you can say, is Bayern and Salzburg. But like I said, I don't think Salzburg can do this again. And it's very unlikely. So, yeah, next week's gonna be very interesting matches. Let me go ahead and see what you guys say in the comments. So, Flick is better than Nagelsmann. Yeah, I'll agree with that, I guess. Inter is meh. That's a kind of a harsh. I wouldn't say they're average, you know. Well, it depends what you're looking for. Like average in like Champions League wise, yeah, probably. But Scudetto wise, have been amazing. They've been absolutely superb. Bayern underestimate RB Salzburg. Perhaps they did. I think they did underestimate them to some extent. But I don't think they really underestimated because I think that I don't know. What do you think? This is a really interesting question. What do you think, Kool-Aid, about this one?
Nah, I don't really think they underestimated them. It's more of a, it's one of those games that the weaker team just have this extra motivation, and but Bayern Munich didn't underestimate because they actually were really offensive and they were going all out.
Yeah.
It was a weird game, one of those games. I think you like the Espanyol game. We scored first, and then Espanyol still found a way to like compete with us, and they not put their heads down because they were at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah,
But
it's like one of those games where like you're the better team, but you just can't get the ball in the net. If that makes any sense, like it's sometimes like destiny just prevails. Like sometimes like the football gods doesn't want you to win. Like if that makes any
mhm.
sense. I
Yeah,
don't know if you
that's
agree with that.
I really really dislike moments like that in football. Like you do everything. Somehow the keeper becomes world class. That's like the most funniest part. Like
Yeah.
that keeper for Salzburg became world class today. Other than that defensive error that led to Coleman scoring, that the Salzburg had it, but they had it in their hands.
Yeah, I think a draw is a fair result. Bayern tried everything they could. Salzburg, they played a good game, so cancels each other out. You know, Firmino or Jota. For me, that's a good question. Who do I prefer? I prefer Jota. If I'm being honest here, I think Jota's been more consistent. Firmino, for me, is still a good player, but for me, Jota's goal scoring has been way better than Firmino. I'm sorry to say, I think Jota takes it over Firmino. What do you think, Kool-Aid?
Bro, that's a good one. When it comes to goal scoring, I would take Jota, but Firmino gives you that extra creativity as a number nine. And I like that, but number nines are a bit more creative. But yeah, I take Jota though. As a center forward, it's good being creative, but you need to score. And Jota is more likely to get a good header and get a good goal once in a while.
Yeah, I think what I see for me, I think Firmino is like he's more of like a cam, not really a striker. If that makes sense. So there's like a false nine kind of thing. And Jota's like the guy that can just score the goals. So it depends what you really need. Like if you need like a guy that can score goals, then yeah, I'm taking Jota. But if you want like a playmaker that someone gives service, then I'd probably take Firmino. That's just me personally. Away goals removed means more extra time and penalty excitement. Yeah, that is a good point. You do make a very good point that we could have more drama essentially because now we have to get a winner, right? And so technically with away goals, you didn't have to win. You technically didn't, but now you basically have to win essentially, you know, or like get a score a goal there. So like I said though, I don't know, man. Penalty excitement.
Yes,
It's
when
not,
was the last time we saw a penalty shootout in the Champions League? That would
that
be
is a
freaking great.
That is a great question. You know what? I'm actually gonna look that up right now. I just want to know when was the last time, and I want to know in the knockout stage, not like the preliminary stage, like the qualifiers, because that doesn't really count. I think what was it like? Was it I think I heard Real Madrid Bayern. Man, I think that went to penalties.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Real Madrid lost. Oh man, that was yeah,
Yeah,
that was oh that it damn bro, that was a long time though. It's
yeah.
not a regular thing.
Let me search Champions League penalty shootout.
Chelsea and Bayern had one, but that was in the final. So, anyways,
Yeah, I don't. You can't really count that. You need. I
you get
wanted.
right.
Yeah, I want to know over two legs. Let me see if there's anything like that. I'm trying to find because I don't know if there is. Um, Atletico Madrid versus PSV Eindhoven. That went to penalties, and that was last 16. Wow,
I wonder
that's like the
what
most
year
recent.
was that?
2015/16. I think
Oh,
2016. Oh yeah, it's been such a long time. It's been like 6 years.
that's gonna be more now with that away goal off, like more
Yeah,
penalty shootouts.
yeah, definitely. So very very interesting there.
No,
This is
that's crazy,
Manchester
bro.
City.
Imagine the away goal never existed. We still did that comeback against PSG.
Oh
We just
yeah,
literally like when Luis Enrique just said that we're gonna score six ahead of time. Everybody thought Barcelona was crazy, bro. Like, if they can score four, we can score six. And literally, we scored six.
yeah.
But that was the best moment ever, bro. For me, that almost felt like winning a Champions League, but nah. Okay, it was PSG, and I don't like them.
Imagine that was a Champions League final. That would have been even better. I mean, champion.
Uh,
Yeah,
No,
like
but that
if
would have
PSG
been
were,
impossible. Though. That would have been a real like if it was a final, it would have to mean that PSG had to score like 4 goals in the first half.
yeah.
And we just literally smashed them in the second half, bro.
Oh man, yes, yeah. Really, I wish that was the final. That would have been a great final. But it is what
That
it
would
is.
have been impossible. Though. Damn.
Yeah. Let's see. This is Manchester City's time. If Bayern gets knocked out, um,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sold on Manchester City, man. I'm not really sold yet. I'm sorry to say. I don't know, man. I just don't trust Pep in the Champions League. I'm sorry to say. When it comes to crucial games, Manchester always letting you down. But
He
let's see
did
though. They might
no,
do it again. They
but
might do this time.
he did take them to the final. Like that was their very first final. And
Yeah, that's true.
before Pep, Manchester City never made it past the round of 16.
Wow. No, I think they did. I think they made it past only one season. I think. Other than that season, yeah, I think they've always been knocked around to 16.
But he took him more and more. And bro, I don't blame them for losing to Chelsea in the final. Like it was a lot of pressure. It was the very first final. It was Chelsea. Chelsea already know how it is to win a Champions League. So,
That's
bro,
true.
if these guys hit another final, I feel like they already know what to do and already have the experience to get it done.
Yeah, and that's true. And
So
also, yeah, and also generally speaking, teams whenever they win something, they usually win in their second attempt. They don't win in their first attempt. I mean, look what happened. Senegal, they got their second AFCON final ever in their. I mean, third AFCON final. They finally won it. And you don't see teams usually win the Champions League in first attempt. And I saw a picture out there that Liverpool lost two back-to-back Champions League finals, right? I mean, not lost back-to-back. Sorry, they won the Champions League final after losing the previous one. The Thomas Tuchel, he lost the previous Champions League final and won the next year. So maybe it could be Pep. Maybe it could be Pep this time around.
bro, Manchester City are looking quite deadly. All these guys need is a striker. But the thing is, even Barcelona, like Barcelona had to last like 3 European Cup finals until they finally won their first one. Like we
Yeah.
had to take L after L after L, but we were still competing for the Champions League, the European Cup. That's what they used to call it. But yeah, um, but we'll see, bro. I think Manchester City can do something, but that depends on the teams they face. I'm hoping that they don't face anything big. Like
Yeah.
for me, don't face Chelsea. Like these guys, bro. They're gonna part the bus. Like you're not gonna do anything about it. You can't do anything about that.
All
Um,
right. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and look. Let's just look over the Europa League games tomorrow. That's going to take place. So obviously, we have Barca Napoli. I already did a video on that. You guys can check it out. Kind of nervous for that matchup, if I'm being honest, especially Northern Araujo. But I did hear that news that Osimhen could be out, which could be a big bonus for Barca. We'll see what happens, though.
but the thing is with the Europa League and Napoli, I'm not really like the only reason we have to compete in this league is this competition is because we're trying to get into Champions League. But the way how I see Atletico moving, I feel like Xavi might have to sacrifice that competition and focus fully on the league. But who
Yeah, that's
knows?
what I've said. Yeah, that's why I said on my thing is that it's much easier for us to get top four than win the Europa League. I said that before. I mean, I don't think we can win the Europa League, you know.
Mhm.
But like I said though, we can't like completely like ditch one competition because what if we're like in sixth right now or seventh, or eighth, like hypothetically speaking, let's just say hypothetically, right? Then we basically have to win the Europa League, and let's say we're already knocked out, then we got to get Champions League football next season. So
No,
we're gonna
yeah,
do one way or the
that's
other.
a good point. That's a good point. We should not play it safe. But the thing is, our injuries. Like I'm hoping Araujo. I hear Araujo is forcing himself to be a part of the Napoli game. Like that's already a huge red flag. I don't want any players forcing themselves. I'm willing to give
Yeah,
Eric Garcia another chance in his position. No, he was actually playing really well before he got injured. And it's quite
yeah,
unfortunate that people really, really gave him a hard time. I know he made a mistake against Espanyol, but yeah, he was not in the rhythm as everybody else. Hopefully he's
yeah.
good. He's good now. I don't know who's gonna be our next defender because PK. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they're trying to like get a Barcelona B player. I think his name is Mika Marmol. I think he's gonna be Barca B defender that could be called up. just because of our injuries to the defenders. So let me go read the comments. Arsenal, Spurs, Man City all losing their only UCL final. Yep, that is true. Hey, AD, will you be doing a review of Conference League and Europa League review tomorrow? Absolutely, guys. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And some of you guys are probably wondering, am I only doing this stuff because Barcelona's in it? No, guys. I've done it even from the beginning. Even when Barca were not in this, I even covered the qualifiers, guys. I even made predictions at the very beginning of this. So, I have been doing this. It doesn't matter what Barca takes part or not. I'm still coming in from start to finish. If I covered the qualifiers, I should finish it, right? So, I'm putting a lot of time into this. So, yes, I'm going to cover tomorrow. We'll have a live stream like that as well. Araujo is injured. Yes, he is unfortunately injured. Cio Totti. Okay. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? I don't know what that means. Let me translate, actually.
It sounds like Italian, but I don't know.
Yeah, it does seem like Italian. And, he's a Juve fan, so. I think I searched on Google. It means hello, everybody. Okay.
Okay. So.
All right. So, yeah,
let's go. All right. It's I'm still getting used to that Europa League theme song. Like that's gonna become a huge meme tomorrow. So
yeah,
at the Camp Nou, bro. To make nobody hears that theme song, I'm hoping that the Camp Nou gets full, and the entire stadium just whistles, just cancel that noise out. Like it never happened.
Marching a UCL spot at Holland to get Holland. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if we don't get champions next season, Holland's not coming to us. I'm pretty sure. I think he said that already. Why does Araujo get injured so a lot? That's a good question. That's actually a very interesting point you made up because I'll be honest with you, Araujo has been getting injured far too frequently, in my opinion, which is kind of annoying.
No, but this game against Espanyol, that guy literally kicked his leg as hard as he could. So he got a knock and he was forced to be it wasn't anything serious. He was forced to be subbed off. He was walking around pretty fine. You saw him cursing out the fans.
Yeah, I did see you have to wear some shin guards, I think. I think you had to wear some kind of shin guards and some kind of something with his knee. So I don't think it's
ice pack on
ice pack. Oh yeah, not shin guards. Yeah, ice pack, you're right. Yeah, I think it's ice pack, something like that. So, like I said though, let's not risk it. I personally don't believe that. Anyways, you have Dortmund versus Rangers. Dortmund, you guys better win that match. You guys better win. If you guys don't win against Rangers, there's gonna be some issues. Sheriff versus Braga. Sheriff, can they continue their story? I hope so. Zenit versus Betis. Ooh, that's a good one, man. I really would like for Real Betis to win it so they could forget about La Liga. So going for the Europa League.
Yeah.
But yeah, realistic. Yeah, though I do think Zenit could actually surprise them. It's a Russia. Zenit's actually pretty good at home, man. It's not an easy team to play against. You could ask Chelsea if you want to know what I'm talking about.
But yeah. Which other game we got? These are all for now.
Yeah, these are all the Europa League games for this current stage. Then we got Atalanta versus Olympiacos. Atalanta should win that. Yep. Porto versus Lazio. That's a good one. That's a great matchup. That's a tough one to call. I think Porto should win.
Porto lost their best player in Luis Diaz, so these guys are quite weak right now.
Yeah, they still have Teremi though. Teremi's still good.
Mm-hmm. Then Sevilla.
Yeah. Ooh, Leipzig Sociedad. That's a great game. That's a great game, man. That's an amazing game. Mm-hmm. That should be a good one. Leipzig should win. Sevilla Dynamo Zagreb. Sevilla should win that. Okay, so that's the Europa League there. Like I said, all the games will take place tomorrow. It's really weird that the Europa League have two different time sets. You have one that takes place at 12:45 Eastern time, and the one that takes place at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So
why did Champions League can't do that though? I wanted to watch both them, the Manchester City Sporting and the PSG game, but both of them at the same time, it really pisses me off.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't they do two
games? Too many good games.
At least the Europa League does that, which is, I guess, somewhat nice. And then let's move on to Conference League real quick, just to talk about this real quick. Oh, man, I really hope we never be in the Conference League. Okay, let's go and talk about this. Wait, why is this? Okay, let's just do by round here. So we got Fenerbahce versus Slavia Prague. That's a good one. That's a very tough one to call. I'm going to say Fenerbahce just about, but man, I'm not sure about that. That's a tough one. Mitchell versus PAOK.
I want to hear the Conference League team song, though.
Yeah, Mitchell versus PAOK.
Is Roma in
it? Yeah, Roma's in it.
Yes, Uncle
Yeah.
Moo is gonna rise. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Let me explain this something. So, Roma will take part in the next stage. They've already received a bye. This is like for teams that they're already through to the next stage, so they don't have to like do these games. These are the teams that are going to qualify for the next stage. So that's why they're not in. That's why they're not in this stage competing right now. But yeah, they topped the group. And then PSV versus Maccabi Tel Aviv. PSV should win. Rapid Wien versus Vitesse. I'm going to go with Rapid Wien. Actually, no, I think I went with Vitesse on that one. I went with a surprise. Southern versus Bordeaux. This should be a good game. Leicester's Rangers. Leicester, come on, guys. Don't screw this up. I want to see you guys get European football because I don't know about you, but I don't think Leicester's getting top six in the Premier League anymore. It's way too hard for them.
Mhm.
They essentially have to win this competition to get European football next season because they're like 12th in the Premier League, I think. Then Marseille versus Quarterback and Sparta Prague versus Partizan Belgrade. Some interesting games, man. Some interesting games. I think the best game of the 8, I would say, is probably Sparta Prague versus Partizan and maybe Fenerbahce versus Slavia. I'd say those 2 games are probably the best.
Like, we hope any La Liga teams are involved right now.
Yeah, there's no La Liga team in the Conference League.
Hmm. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. You know why? Is because Villarreal won the Champions League. I mean, not Champions League, Europa League. Because Villarreal would
Oh,
have been a Conference League, but because they won the Europa League, they got into Champions League. So yeah, that's why.
bro, we need to win that Europa League in a way, because we haven't won that trophy yet.
Yeah, we never won the Europa League. We have never won that competition, by the way.
Hmm. That's gotta be a new one, a new feeling.
Yeah, Lever,
Not as good as
Lever,
winning a treble, though.
yeah. I mean, I'll take any trophy nowadays. We got to be grateful for any trophy you get nowadays. To be honest with you,
I celebrated that Copa del Rey, bro. I don't care what people say.
Lever,
How about
Leverkusen. Oh, sorry.
Leverkusen? Who?
Leverkusen
Oh,
smashed Dortmund. No Holland, no party. Oh yeah, Leverkusen, man, they've been doing absolutely superb in the league. I think they're getting top 4, man. Leverkusen's getting top 4. I'm gonna put that right now. Porto Zenit in Europa, Asmund and Taremi. Yeah, Asmund's a really good player. Asmund's a really good player. Wait, hold up though. I think Asmund has made the move to Leverkusen though, so I don't think he's gonna play for Zenit anymore. HKR. Spurs can't even make it out the Conference League group. Well, technically, in their defense, it was more of what's happening with the pandemic. It's more of that fault and you wait for fault in a way. So, but yeah, still though, Spurs shouldn't have used like let's be real. You shouldn't be using the final match day to qualify. You should have already be qualified by that point.
mm-hmm.
But still, it's just a Spurs thing to do. Sorry to say to all Spurs fans.
Bro, I'm sorry, like Spurs fans, bro. That's pure depression.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, I think we're going to wrap up here for today. Went through all the games. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be back here again to look over all the Europa League and Europa Conference League games. Should be really interesting. And, hopefully I see you guys then, man, because like I said, guys, this was a good stream. Some pretty good matches we discussed. And, yeah, man. So let me go ahead and see your final comments. Yeah, forget that low. Asma's even better team. Wart's going to get the assist for him. Oh, yeah, Florian Wart's. He's a great player, man. Great player indeed. Yeah, man. Let me ask you guys this question real quick before we round up for today. Let me see which one did you guys pick for the poll? So you guys picked Salzburg as the most impressive team of the 4, which I do agree with. I think Salzburg were the most impressive of Liverpool, PSG, and Manchester City. What do you think, Kool-Aid? Which team were you most impressed with their performance
Yeah,
the
it
first
had
legs
like
with the 4 matches?
actually, I was impressed by PSG. I didn't expect them to dominate Real Madrid, but we can't deny Salzburg literally competed with Bayern Munich for almost 90 minutes. Something that Barcelona couldn't even do. So, yeah,
Yeah.
they were the most impressive team, the one that actually convinced me. So if they can show that fighting spirit at the Allianz Arena, they have a chance. They have a chance. It's all about attitude with Salzburg.
Why did Son sign a 5-year contract with Spurs? He's 29. Oh man, Son. Why did you sign that contract, man? That's just Son. You
He
should move
really
that.
did
You should
that?
leave that team. Yeah, apparently he
Oh
did that. I
man.
think.
I feel like he could have been something really good, but we'll never know now.
Yeah, I mean it's a shame. It's a shame because Son deserves to be in a better team. Good stream. Thank you, Shade. How has Eddie Yemen been playing? Yeah, Eddie Yemen. Let's go check his season real quick. Let me answer your question real quick. Let me see his stats this season all around. Yeah, he's one player to look out for. Everyone's like talking about him as like the next big superstar from Germany. So in the Austrian Bundesliga, he's got 14 goals and 2 assists. Now, what about in the Champions League? Where's the Champions League stats? Where the heck's the Champions League thing? Yeah, 14 goals and 2 assists. That's actually pretty solid, I would say.
For his age, that's really good. I rate that
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. Although I will say this though, not to diminish the thing, but it is the Austrian Bundesliga. This is like one of the best teams in Austria. So I don't know. I mean, it is a great. It's good stats. I'm not saying that, but like I said though, yeah, I mean, as good as it is, let's see if you could do it in a tougher league because
He'll
I'll say
join
that.
Dortmund. He'll join Dortmund this summer though, and I hope he develops into something good. Because bro,
Yeah,
when he did an interview and he said his dream was to play in Barcelona. So if he really wants to play with us, just work hard, bro. Work hard. They
you
gotta
know what?
come
You know
for
what?
you.
You know what? You know what would be crazy, right? Imagine Haaland comes to Barca, and then when Haaland leaves Barca, Adeyemi comes to Barca, just staying at Dortmund.
Man, bro, I'm not sure. Like, bro, I don't want to say this, but like this whole Mbappe see Real Madrid performing like this, he's gonna be like, damn, do I really want to go to Real Madrid? Should I just stay in PSG where I actually have really good players and stuff? Because bro, he individually beat the team he dreams to play with. So
And
For
even
Real Madrid
celebrated.
fans, be careful, guys. Be careful. Don't count the eggs before they hatch. That's what I'm saying in my country.
Yeah,
Like if you
yeah,
like because every bro, I'm hearing like Real Madrid fans, right? They're saying that they were happy that Mbappe scored. Like what? He's not your player. He's PSG property. He's PSG property. People need to chill, man. People need to chill. Not just some Real Madrid fans that I was speaking with. Like I know he might be your player, but nah, right now he's a PSG player. So you can't be
yeah,
happy for him to score against you. You need to be upset. It
yeah,
is what it
yeah,
is. That's part of football can be weird sometimes. So
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to see his Champions League stats, but I can't see that real quick. Um, I guess I could check a transfer market. I'll check that. Okay, let me just look at your next comments many times. I was impressed by Man City. I think Bayern would have beaten RB Salzburg with a fully fit team. Yeah, and Manchester City put out a good performance. I'm not denying that. It's just that I'm not really that impressed because I expected that. That's the thing, right? See, my thing. See, the thing is, like, if you expect it, you can't really be that impressed with. That makes any sense, in my opinion.
So who was Bayern missing? I thought they had the other key players. Oh,
Well, they didn't have Neuer, and they didn't have like Alfonso Davis, Goretzka. I didn't think played, so I think those three players, I think, probably would have made the difference. Okay, let's just move on. I'll just check that later, guys. So, Gegenpressing is Luis Diaz a flop? Dude, come on, guys. You can't
it
say
just started.
bro. You can't. It's too early to say that, man. Too early to say. We'll talk at the end of the season. Then I think that's a good point to end there. But yeah, it's too early to say that right now. 1 game low. Holland to Barcelona. Why not? Barcelona's finished, bro. They're a Europa League club. Well, it is possible to come back. Yeah, like I said, guys, I know people like to criticize Barcelona and everything, but like I said, though, this is this is only our first season. I don't think we'll be. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we'll be in Europa League next season.
Nah, bro,
So,
we that Barcelona has always been a club that declines and just returns out of nowhere. So
yeah,
it is,
Liverpool, right?
yeah.
You know Liverpool, right? Liverpool, I believe Liverpool and like City, right? These kind of teams. Liverpool for first half of the last decade, they were in the Europa League a lot. They weren't even in the Champions League until like 2015, I think, 16. Like they weren't in this until a long time ago. I think until Klopp came and they started being in the Champions League regularly.
And plus, Barcelona has always won like cup competitions and leagues. Like our longest trophy drought was 5 years. That's the longest time like we had 5 years without winning a trophy. That's the longest. There are teams right now that are about to complete 10 years without winning a trophy
Yeah.
or like a major competition. And I'm looking at you, Manchester United. You guys earn more money than us.
Oh
So
yes. Yeah,
so
Manchester United fans. I still don't get why they try to clown us because we've been better than them for most of our time.
we own them. We beat them in two finals and comfortably as well. So
Yeah.
They need to chill. Like the only team that can actually talk back to us is Bayern Munich because they hit two. So
Yeah, maybe Real Madrid. Maybe those two I'm okay with. But yeah,
Real
the rest of
Madrid
the
and
teams,
Real.
like, no.
No, nobody else.
Yeah, I think Luis Diaz will flop
Also,
because,
if
yeah.
AC Milan was still a top competition, a top club, then they too as well. I have a massive respect for AC Milan.
All right, guys. I'm going to be ending the stream soon. I'm going to read your final comments, though. HQR's comments will be the last comment I'm going to read. So just so you guys know. I think Luis Diaz will flop because he won't get playing time over Salah Mane by 66 million. Like I said, I don't think Mane is going to be a guaranteed starter anymore. I don't think Mane is going to be a guaranteed starter. So I think he could definitely slot in for form. And like I said, I think he will still get playing time. It's just that he won't get like full 90 minutes until like, like I said, Jota,
No,
he started
Klopp,
today, right?
Klopp is always like that though. Anytime he gets a new signing, he takes his time to incorporate them into the team, giving them a few minutes until they get used to it, and then eventually, depending on the player's performance, he giving them more minutes. So that's why I see it.
Yeah. Man United was smashed. I don't know about that, man. Is Vlahovic the biggest flop ever? What the heck? What kind of question are you guys asking? Okay, Penny carried by Benzema. I mean, kind of and kind of no, but I think Vinicius is better this season.
Pity.
Oh man,
That's
these
a new one.
nicknames. As Messi a flop at PSG, is
Yes,
Ronaldo a flop?
yes,
I mean, no, I don't think Ronaldo's a flop. As Messi a
yes,
flop?
yes.
I'm gonna wait until the end of the season, guys. I'm not gonna answer that question.
No, no, no. He has two goals in his league. He's a flop. You could
Okay,
be honest.
okay. What if he wins the Champions League?
Then people are just gonna say Mbappe carried the PSG. So at the end of the day, Messi already has how many Champions League does he have?
4.
Cuatro. With
What about
who?
Liverpool?
With who?
Yeah, next week UCL is excited. What do you think of Villarreal? Yeah, I already did a video on my thoughts on that, so you guys can check that original predictions video. I'll link that for you. Homo Juve, Villarreal clowns. No, they're a decent team. That's kind of disrespectful. Okay, that's enough comments. I don't want to read your flop kind of comments. So let me go ahead and link to the preview for the next week matches. I did make a video on that. I'm gonna give like a first leg predictions videos for that next week, so you guys can stay tuned. Let me just go ahead and just link that game for you guys and link that video for you guys, and I'm gonna head out of here, guys. I think how long we've been here? 1 hour and 27 minutes. Yeah, dang, it's been a long stream.
Yep.
Yeah, really appreciate your support, guys. Really do appreciate it.
And don't forget to like the video, guys.
Yeah, like the video as well. Helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you're new around here. Comment down below your thoughts. And if you're watching this on the replay, which I really do appreciate, comment down below what you think of the matches. So let me go ahead and just link to there with you that video, guys, and then we'll head out of here. Where's this video? Right here. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys check out the description where you guys can see my other platforms. You guys can connect with me, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, email. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Hope I'll see you guys later. Peace out. And thanks for coming on, Kool-Aid.
Thank you for having me, bro. It is.